Hey guys, it's GameFace here, and welcome back to episode 31 of my Dortmund career mode. Now, in today's episode, we've also got some more games to play, the first of which is against Hamburg. That is an away game, and then we've got, I think, about a week until we play another match against, is it Nuremberg? I think it is, at home, another league game. Then we've got a little bit of a busier schedule after that, and Elect, which we might get to in this episode. It depends how we get on with the other two games, and then Schalke will be next episode, definitely. But yeah, we'll see whether we get to that third and final game. We might well leave it until next episode, but like I say, we'll wait and see how we're doing form-wise. So before we get into things today, if we could go ahead and hit 40 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. That would be absolutely fantastic. We're so close to 5,700 subs. In fact, we might actually be there by the time this video goes out. So thank you all so much. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and do hit that subscribe button. We're still trying to hit 7,500 subscribers. As far away as it seems, we're still trying to push for it for the end of the year. Obviously, that's a very, very tough challenge. But there's still 80% of you that watch these videos that haven't subscribed yet, so we can still do it. But obviously, I need everyone to try and get involved and help out if you could. But let's crack on with today's games, the first of which is against Hamburg, as I mentioned before. This is a side I'm going to go out and play with. It's obviously a 3-5-2 formation. We've gone with Donnarumma in goal, then Tar, Socrates and Brooks as my centre-backs, Dembele and Royce out wide, Rode and Sanchez in front of the defence, Goetze just in behind the two strikers, Emery, Moore and Aubameyang. Quite a strong bench for us. We've got Aurier, Guerrero, Weigl, Castro, Schürrle, Pulisic on there as well, and Iheanacho, our only striker. So yeah, we're going with quite a strong team, purely because we can afford to. The next game, like I said before, is in a week's time, so there's quite a bit of a rest there for the players. Let's find out how we get on against Hamburg. We obviously need to win, that goes without saying really, because we are a few points behind first and second at the moment. Let's find out how we get on against Hamburg. Hopefully this formation will work well against them. Okay, here we go. We're in a little bit of snow here against Hamburg at their ground, so away for this match. But yeah, hopefully the snow won't cause too many problems. It's not particularly heavy, but we'll wait and see as the game goes on. Oh, what a save, Donnarumma. Emery Moore through to Aubameyang, it's fallen for him. Sanchez to shoot. Oh, he's got to score that. That's our first chance of the game. If we had scored it, it would have been certainly against the run of play. He's got to finish that off, Sanchez. Not even on target. I know it's on his left foot. I didn't want it on his left foot, but he's got to get that one on target at least. Probably score it as well. Great chance for us. Need to really capitalise on those. Aubameyang going to feed it out wide to Goetze. Managed to win the ball back quite nicely here. It's always going to be tough for Emery Moore to win anything in the air, but we gave it a go anyway. Falls to him again. On his right foot, takes a shot, this time on target, and a good save by the goalkeeper. It's been end-to-end so far since this game started. It's been a good match. Dembele looking to cross it in from the short one. It's not a great ball, really, not enough curve on that. Half-time, 0-0, surprisingly. Quite a good first half, actually. We have done some good things, but so have Hamburg as well. It's been very, very even. We obviously had that great chance with Sanchez. I think what we're going to look to do, though, is I think we're going to go to 4 at the back rather than 3. It's not quite worked. It's difficult, really, because Royce and Dembele are obviously not going to want to track back whatsoever. And I think we just need full-backs because Brooks is getting a bit too spread, same with Tar, and it's leaving us a little bit vulnerable in midfield. And defence, obviously, is all that central area. So we're going to change the 4 at the back. I'll be back once I've changed to a better formation for this game. Okay, so this change is going to be to take off Rode and bring on Guerrero. We'll obviously play him at left back. We've got Tar at right back, Socrates and Brooks as my centre-backs. It's a little bit of a strange sort of lineup now, but I think it'll work by having the players that we've got in those positions. Sanchez is going to play at CDM. I was wanting really to keep Rode on, but it would have meant subbing off Goetze, Royce, Emery Moore, one of those sort of players, which I don't really want to have to do. So Sanchez is going to go CDM. Royce and Goetze was my centre mids, then Belly on the left-hand side, Emery Moore on the right so we can cut in, and Aubameyang obviously playing up front. So just the one change at half-time, but it's kind of a tactical change just to make sure that we do get a better hold of this match in the second half. Oh, one back well by Goetze. Here we go, it's 1-0, straight from kickoff virtually. Fantastic bit of build-up play. The tactical changes works. Goetze scores. A little bit of luck, obviously, there, winning it back off the defender. But he showed great strength to win it back off him. We're 3 minutes into the second half, and we're already winning. Brilliant bit of build-up play. That pass wasn't great for Aubameyang, but he, like I say, wins it back well and slots it into the top of the roof of the net. And yeah, it's 1-0. Fantastic start to the second half. Ball through to Aubameyang, he's held onto it well. Going to have to introduce someone into the play here. It's going to be Dembele, who's made a fantastic run. Still going, still trying to weave it in and out. Gets blocks off in the end, running into a little bit of traffic, but a fantastic bit of play there between Aubameyang and Dembele. those two linking up nicely. Still struggling to get Emery Moore into this second half, though. He obviously, I don't think he's as good on the right-hand side, personally, but he kind of, that's the only place for him to fit in the team. And that was nearly a chance for Hamburg then. Aubameyang now going to look for Dembele. What a pass that is! Dembele should be 2-0. No one there to finish it off. Royce couldn't get there. Same with Sanchez. Oh, Aubameyang wins it back. But again, no one could get onto the loose ball. And we really could be 2-0 up now. We've been playing so well at times. 20 minutes to go. Still only winning by the 1 goal. I'll look to my bench at some point, but I'm not going to make subs for the hell of it, really. There's a week for the lads to recover, so it should be okay. Really, if we don't make any more changes now, because we are playing so well. I don't think there's actually any need to make any changes. Guerrero now getting forward. What a bit of play this is. Oh, it's 2-0. Guerrero, the substitute, slots it home. That's the goal that we needed. Gives us a bit more security. 15 minutes to go. We can now start to think about changes because we've got the 2-goal lead. And obviously, ideally, we don't get any players injured or anything like that. But now we can think about subs, because we've got that bit of a lead. Down that left-hand side, we've been brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Dembele has been fantastic. Gertz has been really good at CDM. Guerrero has been getting forward occasionally as well, and he smacks that one home. Fantastic bit of play. We've done really well actually in this match. Very impressed. Much better than what we have been doing at times in the league. Let's make some changes now, though. Okay, so the final 2 changes we'll make is bringing on Castro and bringing on Pulisic. So 2 quite positive changes, but Royce and Emery Moore will come off. Emery Moore struggling to get into the second half at the moment. Royce is very tired. I think the 2 quite obvious changes to make. Pulisic is going to get a game on the right-hand side, or a bit of a game anyway on the right-hand side. Don't think I've ever played in there before. He can't actually play there, according to his stats. But we'll wait and see how he gets on there. I've not been a huge fan of him on the left-hand side, and I don't really want to change that Dembele on the left-hand side because he's been incredible recently, especially in the second half. So I don't think there's any need to change that just yet. By the way, quick mention for Tar. He's been incredible at right-back. Really, really good at right-back, Tar. Very surprising. He can't play there again according to his stats, but he's certainly done a very good job winning back the ball for us in that position. Hit on the break here. Castro going to look for the ball through to Gertz if he's got the pace left. He has won it back. Gertz, can he get his second of the game? Oh, it's such a delayed shot. It's unbelievable. He's put it wide as well. He's taken on his left foot. Oh my god, could it get any worse, that finish? Not great, but a fantastic run anyway. And at least we created the chance. Obviously didn't finish it off. Luckily, though, we won't need to finish it off in this game. Obviously, in a different match, we might have needed that to win the match. So, yeah, that was a disappointing finish in the end from Gertz. Aubameyang turning to get in behind again. He's got the pace, certainly. Does he have the finish? Off the bar. My days, why can't we just finish them off? Jesus Christ. Could be 3-4-0 here. And it's finished 2-0. A very good win, nevertheless. A clean sheet as well. Very impressed with that performance. Certainly dominated them in that second half. That win leaves us in 3rd place, 2 points behind Bayern, but now only 5 points behind Bayern Leverkusen, which is very good. I think we were 5 points behind them anyway, but certainly looking much more positive than it has been before, does that league table. 4 points ahead of 4th as well, which is very good. Now to some player drills. I think we'll go with these 5 players, although I do want to focus on a couple of players in particular. I think Pulisic actually is a player I want to focus on. So what we will do is, I think, just go with most of the drills for him and a couple of the other drills for other players as well. Okay, these are the 5 player drills we're going to go with. Obviously, only 2 different players being used here, Emery Moore and Pulisic. Now, you'll see that I've gone for mainly passing ones with Emery Moore. I think those stats need to be improved. You might ask, why does a striker need to be good at passing? But for me, a striker has got to be better than 66 short pass and 46 long pass. He's got to be better. And once those stats, those sort of lesser needed stats, so as soon as those get improved, his overall is going to really rocket up. Pulisic is getting very close to 76 now. He's moved a little bit closer to that anyway this week. Hopefully over the next few weeks he should get up to the next overall. Okay, so what I've quickly just done is offered loads of our youngsters contracts in order to join the senior team, because we've got a lot of young, talented players that look really, really good. So hopefully we'll find out after this game whether they have accepted those contracts. We've also got Tar wanting to discuss wages. And I think centre mid here, Pablo Acosta wants me to experiment with the squad today. Okay, that's a bit different. We'll wait and see on that one. Not too sure what sort of team we'll put out. We can obviously put a full strength team out, I believe, after a week's rest. So there's no real need for me to rotate it, but I'll certainly take a look at that. Tar wanting a wage increase to 60 grand, but he doesn't want to sign any longer on the contract. He's going to have to do that, otherwise he's not going to get one. We're going to go and pause the first team player. I think that's a fair thing to do. I don't want to give him crucial, but certainly he's one of our better centre-backs. I think he's probably third best, to be honest, but still, we will give him that. Nuremberg, it's a difficult one to know what sort of team to play against them, because I don't know that much about their side and the way that they play, so it's difficult to know what formation they're going to play, but we'll try and set up a team that can combat them quite nicely. Okay, this is the side we're going to put out for the game against Nuremberg. Think about it, we'll just quickly make a goalkeeper change as well. Willem Reuter will start in goal, Paslak at right back, Tar and Brooks as my centre-backs, Durm as my left back, Weigl, Acosta will actually start this game, Moreno also in there as well, so I think that's 2 Spanish centre-mids in there, is it? I'm pretty sure they're both Spanish. Yes, we've got both of them left-footed as well. They're playing in midfield. We've got Pulisic on the right-hand side, Schürrle on the left with Iheanacho up front. You'll have noticed it's obviously a rotated side. We've got to bear in mind we've got Anderlecht midweek in 3 days' time in the Champions Cup, which is obviously quite an important competition. So there's quite a few changes here. Also, Acosta wanted to start as well, so I'm pretty happy with that side. Anyway, we've gone to this 4-1-4-1 formation, which worked really well in the last match in the second half. That's the bench, very strong. If it is a case that we are doing very well, then Alexander-Arnold may well come on, Castro, those sort of players that can do us a job. But let's wait and find out how he gets on. Hopefully get ourselves another 3 points in the bag. It's mainly the performance that I'm after though. I want another good performance in the league. Hopefully with this side we can provide that. Here we go, we're at home, big match for us. This will tell me a lot about the side that I've selected, a lot about the individual players as well. Acosta in particular, he'll be interesting to see how he gets on. He's only 52 overall, but he certainly was a talented young player, hence why I promoted him. We've got to make sure here that they don't get completely ran over in this first half or throughout the whole match though. Ah, that's poor. It's a very good start from Nuremberg. We've not looked so good in these first 10 minutes. It's gone in, it's flown in fact, from outside of the box. First 10 minutes, losing the game 1-0. Disappointing. This team's good enough, certainly good enough, but we've just not been very good here starting off. Acosta going to look to put it Schürrle in here. It's a very good pass from him. Schürrle doesn't have much support in the box. Acosta's in there. Oh, it's 1-1. He scores. We've started him. He's got himself a goal. He's got the equaliser. He's looked fairly inconsistent so far, let's say that. He has done a few misplaced passes, but certainly when he's on his left foot, he's so much better. Obviously, his strongest foot, that goes without saying, really. But the few misplaced passes have been on his right, which obviously hasn't helped. But a very good strike from him. The youngster scores. We're back on level terms. Much better. Schürrle going to look for Acosta there with a brilliant pass. He's going to try and pick out Iheanacho if he makes the right run. Couldn't quite pick him out in the end, but certainly looking very good going forward. Tar's been an amazing, amazing centre-back so far, winning everything back there, which is great to see. Iheanacho just looking to maybe slip someone in here if he can. He has done. Weigl to shoot. Good save by the goalkeeper. Pulisic to look to try and get it back in. It's a little bit overhit. Couldn't quite pick anyone out. He's not really been involved too much so far, Pulisic. Half-time, drawing at the break, 1-1 at the moment. Very good performance towards the end of that at the end of the first half. We have actually looked quite good. It's a shame about the poor start to it, though. We will continue on with the same team. No changes this time around, because I do think that there's enough in this side to still win the game. Obviously, we will inevitably have to make some changes at some stage. Iheanacho, we're going to look to slip in. Moreno needs to try and pick out a pass if he can. Still going here, weaving in and out, gets cleared out for a corner. Good little bit of a run there from midfield from him. We're going to just go, I think, with a straightforward ball in. He's going to be picking out Tar here. He flicks it on, but no one was there to do anything about it. Probably doesn't quite get enough on it in the end, Tar. Okay, first 2 changes now. Castro and Alexander-Arnold to come on, as I suggested before the game. Acosta and Moreno will both come off. The reason why I've done that is because he's obviously, you know, it's his first game. We don't really want to put him in there for the whole 90 minutes. He's obviously struggling a little bit with fitness as well. That's fine. Moreno's coming off as well, just so we can freshen the midfield up and give it a bit more energy. Castro's going in there. Pulisic is also going in there as well. It's a little bit of a change here. Not being a fan of him out wide so far since I played him. He's not really played a good match, really, since I've had him in the team. So we're going to give him a go at sort of centre mid. Goetze plays well there. Pulisic feels like a similar sort of player in game to Goetze. Obviously isn't, but in game he certainly feels like a similar sort of player. So we're going to give that a go in the hope that maybe it'll work. But really struggling to incorporate him into the team at the moment. Weigl waiting for a run, hasn't quite got it just yet. He's waiting for Pulisic now. He's going to shoot. Oh, that's more like it. He's looked good there. He's only been in there 5 minutes, but he's looked much better at centre mid, more involved in the game, and can show his quality that he does have. And, oh, good chance there for Tar to get his head down. It doesn't quite manage it. Out for another corner, though. We can give it another go. See whether we can get anyone on the end of it. Got to bear in mind, we're still not winning this game here. Oh, Castro nearly puts us in the lead, though. A third corner. I think again we'll go front post. That seems to go better for us. Oh, another chance. Another corner. Schürrle this time getting it back. And going back in. Iheanacho, oof, goes down. Got a bit of a knock, but it wasn't a foul. Pulisic to turn and shoot. Oh, aiming for the corner, nearly finds it. Another corner this time from the opposite end of the pitch. We're going to, I think, go for a different change here. We might bring on someone else. 20 minutes to go. Dembele's going to come on. Schürrle will come off. Hopefully Dembele can play as well on that left-hand side as he was before in that last game. 20 minutes to try and do something here. Hopefully he can. He'll take the corner as well. Hopefully get it to the front post. It's near enough in the centre, actually. Is it going to fall for anyone? Tar's gone down with an injury. That's not good, seeing after I've just made my final change. And that is going to leave us a little bit short at the back as he's slow to get on back onto his feet. But Dembele's rescued the ball here. Can he pick out someone? Dembele's still going. Looking for the pass. Oh, couldn't find it. Wasn't the one I was looking for either. Dembele coming inside, looking for Iheanacho on his right foot. Oh, come on, you've got to do better. I don't care what foot you are, you've got to do better there. It's got to be at least on target from that sort of distance. And another chance doesn't quite get finished. Can't believe we're going to be dropping points at this rate. I'm not going to say it's going to happen because we certainly will have, I think, at least one more chance before the end of this game. We have looked good, we've just been so unlucky. The team's actually played very well in this second half again. Just need to pick out a player here. Pulisic is through. Wouldn't it be nice if he could get a goal? Pulisic to shoot. Didn't let me shoot quick enough. And another chance can't be taken. Final chance is going to go to Nuremberg. The final chance of this game. If they score here, I'll be outraged. Oh, it's a chip. No way. What a save. Oh, what a block. If they had scored there, I would not have believed it. That is it. We've drawn the game 1-1. Wow, 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 wow. Nearly got completely outdone there in the final few seconds. 2 drop points for me, but we could have easily conceded there. We could have easily taken home no points whatsoever. But yeah, disappointing results. We've obviously had plenty of chances. Couldn't quite finish them off. I think it's a case of bad luck in this game. Some positive news though, some of our youngsters have been promoted to the senior team. I'll be interested to see how those players get on in the coming weeks and months, because obviously they are looking really, really good players if we can train them up. A scouting update as well, this time for French players, it does come at a slightly delayed time for some reason. But yeah, we'll wait and see how he gets on here. Just one player to promote, but yeah, we'll wait and see how he does in the youth academy. We can't forget that obviously Pablo scored in that last game to get us a draw. We've really got to thank him for getting the goal, because we did start him. He's only 52 overall, but he does look very good. Really, really happy with that performance. Sort of the 60 minutes that he played, I think it was. He did look very good. We'll get on with some more player drills this week. I'm tempted to change it around a little bit. I think I might just change this one for one of our new youth academy players that we've just promoted. Okay, this'll do. We've brought in Luna, one of the players that we've just recently promoted. He's a centre mid. He looks quite a good player. Actually, a couple of stats there look quite good. We'll see how he gets on with just one drill this week. Pulisic obviously on 2, Emery Moore on 2 as well. Emery Moore going up on his short passing, Pulisic going up on a few, but Luna flying up on quite a lot of different attributes there by a couple of attribute points as well, which is very good. Halfway to 62 overall. No real progress there, though, in terms of the overall going up or anything like that. But we are heavily investing in youth, as it says in the news there. Really wanted to try and get as many young players into this team as possible, and obviously create a bigger squad as well. There's more to be accepted, though. A couple more players joining us here, and they will join the first team now. Jonathan Tarr declining. He wants a greater squad role. He wants to be a crucial first team player. I think that's a little bit over the top, but we will give it to him anyway, even though I can't really see him being a crucial player. He's very good in game. He's certainly my preferred choice over the other 2 centre-backs in terms of in-game performance. But if we go by overall, then obviously we've got to start the other 2 ahead of him. So that is everything for this episode. We don't quite get onto the Anderlecht match after we had quite a lot really going on in the last 2 games, so we've got a lot to fit in this episode. And we don't quite have enough time to do that one. But we should really finish top of the group, I'd imagine here. Obviously, it depends on goal difference and that sort of thing. But a point would obviously be enough to finish top for certain. Thank you all so much for watching today's episode. I really do appreciate all the support on these videos. And thank you all so much for your comments as well over the last few episodes. But if we could go ahead and hit 40 likes on today's episode, I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. That will be absolutely fantastic. Remember, we are trying to hit 7,500 subs by the end of the year, if we can, but it is the impossible task by the looks of it. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and goodbye.